New at 5, opponents of one of the most controversial bills at the state capitol are blocked from attending a hearing on that bill inside the state Senate.
12 News journalist Bram Resnick tells us what happened and why the bill now appears to be dead.
Yeah, Caribe, the Republican-sponsored bill would force Arizona counties to welcome ICE agents at any site where ballots are cast in 2026. It's been the target of intense opposition. And today, several opponents were greeted at the Senate doors with notices that they were banned from the building for the rest of the year.
Vivian Seraphine was on her way to a state Senate hearing.
So I was ready to take off my bag off my shoulder and put it into the scanner. And before I was able to do that, I was met with a security with both hands up, letting me know I was trespassed and I was officially trespassing.
Instead of being allowed in, Seraphine was barred from the Senate building for the rest of the year.
He was waving an envelope in front of my face and was not giving me a moment to speak and was not allowing me to set foot into the building.
Seraphine was going to join other opponents at a hearing on one of the most controversial bills of the session, legislation that would force counties to let ICE into their polling places.
This community that is engaged and enraged will not stand for it and will not be intimidated.
Seraphine was one of several people who were given the same envelope with the same typewritten message, but with no name on it. The text says, "Due to your disorderly behavior in the Senate building and your violation of state law, you are formally trespassed from the Senate building for the duration of this legislative session. If you attempt to enter during this period, you will be subjected to arrest."
I want a full list of names. Were people targeted based on skin color?
Democratic State Senator Annalise Ortiz sits on the committee hearing the ICE bill. Ortiz said Republican Senate President Warren Peterson, the building's manager, needs to explain himself.
If he is going to trespass people from coming to the people's house, then he needs to answer about on what grounds he made this decision.
A spokeswoman for the Senate president issued this statement. After reviewing video from committee hearings, Senate staff positively identified individuals engaging in conduct that violated Arizona law. Trespassing notices were issued consistent with standard enforcement procedures.
And this was a rare Friday session for bills that needed committee approval by today to advance to a full vote in the Senate. Republican Senator Jake Hoffman, the ICE bill's sponsor, called in sick, so his bill did not get a vote. Now, the way the legislature works, the ICE bill could be dead or revived at a later date. Bram Resnick, 12 News.
All right, Bram, thank you.